Okay, thanks for checking in again on another video of mine, and here is a camera that I never use, the Leica Q2. Yeah, no, that's not even true. You guys know that by now. If you check in on my video channel at all, you know that I shoot the Leica Q2 all the time, and today was no different. My wife and I went up to Asbury Park for the Wiener Walk. If any of you guys know what that is, that's where you have all your dachshund dogs and walk down the boardwalk, and there are thousands of wiener dogs walking around. So again, these kind of events and outings are perfect for a Leica, especially the Leica Q2, which is a very snappy and fast and just an amazing camera to have out on the streets. And to be honest with you, it's become more of a creator content camera for me, more so than anything as well. Although, you know, I love it for street photography, I use it for everything. I use it for wedding work, I use it for product photography, I use it for street photography, and now I'm also using it for content creation. And what I mean by that is, I'm going to show you some examples of obviously images that I've taken with the Leica Q2. Oh, I did that hand thing where you usually put a camera here, but I'm not doing that today. And because I'm going to switch gears right now and tell you that I'm filming this entire video on the Sigma FP. Now, the Sigma FP is an amazing camera with a huge skill set when it comes to videography. We're talking about 12-bit RAW, completely cinema DNG RAW. But what I'm doing right now is I'm using my Ninja Atamos V, and I'm using on top the Atamos V using 4K 24 frames a second, and I'm using ProRes. ProRes RAW is that's really hard to say. That's hard to say. ProRes RAW is amazing to edit with. So that's what I'm doing, but I gotta tell you, the autofocus on this camera is horrendous. It absolutely sucks. So what I'm using right now is my Leica M Summicon F2, which is really cool to be able to video with M lenses. Now, you know, you can do that with any mirrorless you can do that with any mirrorless camera, but the fact that this shoots 4K uncropped RAW is just really awesome. But now back to what we were talking about, the Leica Q2. So what you're going to see is you're going to see some images, but you're also going to see some video that I took, and I filmed everything in 4K, DCI 4K, 24 frames a second. Now the video is a little bit, the video footage you're going to see is probably a little bit jittery because I did not have an ND filter on it, and I could not keep 180-degree shutter rule, so that introduces a little bit of the jitterness that you may see in the footage. But nonetheless, the colors are absolutely amazing coming straight out. I'm not going to edit the images at all. I mean, not the images I'm going to edit, but I'm not going to edit the video footage at all. It's just going to be straight off the sensor, the way that you see it. And you know, for run and gun type stuff, just to add some content to your videos and to whatever you're trying to do, it works pretty well. Especially if you put an ND filter on it and get that 180-degree shutter rule, it will take out that jitterness that you will see. But I hope you guys enjoy the video and the content, and as always, like and subscribe. See ya. So as you can see, here are a ton of dachshunds in the park right here in Asbury Park, and this is where this is our day off. So the Q2 does have stabilization, sensor stabilization, but it doesn't do a great job when walking. Now on this next clip right here, I applied digital stabilization in post, and it does just fine. Now again, the Q2 right here, shooting in 4K, DCI 4K, 24 frames a second, with stabilization turned on in camera. And again, as you can see, handheld, it does just a fine job. It's fine for just creating content and just making these little clips of your day. You know, I wouldn't try to do anything professional with it maybe, but you know, really nice colors coming out straight out of the camera, right off the sensor. And this is using the natural profile. And you can use different profiles in your video as well, which is kind of cool. So, you know, here's that footage. Now here we are again at the famous Wonder Bar in Asbury Park, and some of you that know New Jersey may have seen this scene before, but it's kind of a nothing shot. But again, I'm not making a case that the Leica Q2 is a professional video camera at all, not at all. But you know, I mean, with the lack of mic ports, it has no ports whatsoever, it has no audio hookups, so you're basically left with the onboard mic, which is not great, and it picks up the wind sound like crazy, and it's horrible. But again, I am stating the fact that if you want to use this for creation, you know, for content creation, it is a powerful little tool that delivers you nice colors right out of camera. This is not edited. This is all auto ISO, auto shutter. So again, you know, it is what you get, but is that good enough? Is it, you know, just fine for creating little clips of the day? And that's where I think the strong suit is for, you know, this kind of camera. And I think any kind of camera really can kind of do that as well. So again, now this footage is auto everything, like I said before, auto ISO, and I'm using single point focus. So basically I'm just focusing one time right in the middle. It isn't continuous focus, and just allowing it to do whatever it wants to do. And you can see it locks in pretty good on one of our dachshunds here, Mr. Rigatoni, enjoying the day. But you do see a little bit of moire pattern in his bow tie. But again, it's not an all everything video camera, but it does the job. Now, getting back to what we talked about before, and you're probably looking at this footage right now and being like, oh my God, what did he do? And yeah, I screwed it up. So this is what the footage in the beginning of this episode looked like straight out right after I recorded it. I grossly misjudged my exposure. I'm very new to editing video as a whole, but definitely new to working with ProRes RAW and any kind of RAW format video. So I had it monitored correctly on my Ninja Atamos V, but when I brought it in, you could see the highlights were completely blown out, and obviously we ended up with a very, very usable file at the end of the day, as you can see in the beginning of this video. But you know, nonetheless, it is amazing to work with. There's so much latitude in raw video format that you can work with it and get it pulled back down. But I am going to use some images throughout the day, because I know that that's what a lot of you are here for, because you know that I shoot street. Enjoy the day. Thanks. So again, just some random shots throughout the day up on the boardwalk. And if you're seeing a reoccurring theme here, yes, you are correct. Red. I picked the color red for the day, and saw a lot of red shoes. And, you know, not every picture was that. But again, sometimes I'll do that just as a exercise and observation, is to pick a color or a theme for the day and just try to focus on that. Not all of them, though, obviously. And here's some pictures of my beautiful wife, and left is JPEG, and the other one is my monochrome black and white preset pack. But if you are enjoying all the colors that you see here today, they are my Soho profiles that can be found on my website. Shameless little plug there for you. Thanks, guys.